Welcome to Sunny Bear 2018. This is the letter N for navigate, and this is my hometown, Drysdale and Clifton Springs. So a little bit about Drysdale and Clifton Springs. The population at last count was 15,000. I would say that's gone up a considerable amount now because there's been some new development in the area. We're located in Victoria, which is right down the bottom of Australia, and we're right down the bottom of Victoria on what is known as the Bellarine Peninsula, and we're on the northern side of that in the bay, which is the water that, you know, I just showed you, I guess. And I've pretty much lived in this area my entire life. Well, not pretty much, I have. And I don't see any desire to go anywhere else. So here's a little tour of the town where I live. Hope you enjoy it. And where will we start? Well, let's start at the train station, because that's where I'm closest to currently. Now this is Drysdale Station. Now don't be fooled into thinking that you can get here by train, because you can't. This is purely a tourist railway, meaning that there's a tourist train that comes along and gives people rides between here and Queenscliff. So this is the first thing you see when you come into town off the main road. It's the lake and the train station. And as I said, the train station, you can't get here by train unless you go to Queenscliff, which is kind of weird because then you got to drive past to come back. But anyway, it's pretty old, this train station, as are a lot of things around the town here. So let's get the drone out and I'll show you a little bit of the lake and the train station. So welcome to Drysdale. We have plenty of service stations, plenty of schools, an abundance of shopping centres, well, supermarkets I should say. Currently we're 4 and I believe they're about to start the 5th. And one pub. Multiple bottle shops though, I don't know what that tells you. And each supermarket also sells alcohol, so I don't know what that tells you either. We have a couple of large sporting ovals, one of which I will just go and show you because it's just around the corner here. So this is the local football, or AFL, Australian rules as you may know it, and the grand final is actually today. And I'd say that probably just on the borderline of, yes, the pitch is in. So cricket season is upon us. And netball courts. And that's kind of all about all that's here. There is another lake in there. I will sneak around the corner and show you. So yeah, as you can see, another lake. We have an abundance of lakes. There's that weird car. So this is the main street of the town. Various cafes and eateries. Lovely old church. We have the Historical Society, or the museum, or whatever you want to call it, here on the right. And fire station, police station's back that way. Funeral home, and our one and only pub. Head on down to the opposite end of town. Down to the school. That's the school my kids go to. And yep, it's a school. They like it. As long as they like it, I'm happy. So we've got quite a few schools. I think we've got 4. No, 5. 5 schools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. 2 public, 3 private. Dead centre of town, just on top of the hill there, in the cemetery. There's an old dad joke for you. And as you can see ahead, we're pretty close to the water. Got the local golf course just here on the right. It's quite a nice course if you're into golf. Little tip, if you ever play here, every single hole is sloped towards the water. So when you're putting, you allow for it. And down here we have the Dell. Now why in England you have a Dell, we have the Dell. And it's quite nice. Also where the clubhouse for the golf club is. And one of the 2 bowling clubs. I've never actually been in there. I have been in the other one. And given our close proximity to the water here, one thing that has been put in the town, and it's been here forever, as long as I can remember, when I was a little kid, we used to actually come down here and race billy carts down the hill, and that is the boat ramp. And in recent years, quite a lot of money has been invested into the boat ramp to vastly improve it from what it was. As I said, when I come down here as a kid, the road down to it was just a dirt track, and there was a bit of a concrete landing at the bottom. Now, as you'll see, it's a lovely, lovely bitumen road. I remember this hill being steeper, but that's probably just because you were a kid. But this was the hill I used to go down on my billy cart. And down here at the bottom, it'll probably be quiet today because it's a bit cooled. All this purely now here for boating. And I have no desire to go boating. But what is down here is what is probably the most photographed spot in the entire town, and that is the old pier with the Yuyangs in the background. Now what are the Yuyangs? Well, that's those hills over there, and it is actually a active volcano, this pier here down on the beach, because what happens is the sun sets over there and it just looks nice. And you know, you get up here, you line it up in the middle. You got the Yuyangs off to the side. And this is not where I crashed my drone. That was the one over there. So yeah, there you have it. There's pretty much my hometown. And it actually nearly looks like it's going to rain. Matter of fact, it's just starting to rain. And this being my hometown, I'm going to go home because it's not raining there. Enjoy the circle. I did it in a special spot today. Drag the bike up where it shouldn't be. Don't tell anyone. 3 times. Sunny Bear, 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 Sunny Bear.